Hello, welcome to my EAPP class. EAPP stands for English for Academic and Professional Purposes. I am here to discuss the Quarter 1 Module 1 entitled Differentiating Language Use in Academic Texts from Various Disciplines. Okay, before we start, let me present to you the objectives for today. So this module encourages you to differentiate language use in academic texts from various disciplines. Different activities are provided that will help you gain knowledge and understanding of the topic given. So at the end of the period, 100% of the students are expected to attain at least 85% level of proficiency in the following. Number 1, define academic writing. Number 2, define academic text and identify its similarities and differences from non-academic text. Number 3, differentiate language in academic text from various disciplines. Number 4, identify the purpose, language, audience, and style of academic text. And number 5, write a specific academic text with the correct usage of language. Okay, before we start, I want you to share what you already know about the topic we're about to discuss by answering the questions I provided in the next slides. So for the directions, you're going to read the following questions and choose the letter of the correct answer. So write your answers on the space provided before each number, but in our case, so I will let you write your answers in the comment section below. So these are the 5 first questions, and I want you to read those carefully and write your answers in the comment section below. I will give you 10 seconds to submit your answers. Okay, time's up. So let me first read some of your answers. So we have garnered BBACC. We have ABACB. So are those answers correct? So let us see if you have answered correctly. So let me present to you the correct answers. So for the number 1, so the answer is letter C. So meaning to say, when you write an academic paper, so you're going to use the third person point of view. So number 2, what kind of language should be used in writing an academic text? So the answer rather is letter B, formal. Number 3, what is the meaning of layman's term? So the correct answer is letter B, words that are easy to understand. Number 4, the following are examples of academic text except. The correct answer is letter C, short stories. And number 5, which of the following elements deal with the writer's goal in writing a text? So the correct answer is letter B, purpose. Okay, so let us have the next slide. Okay, so here are the numbers 6 to 10, so same directions. So I want you to read it carefully and submit your answers in the comment section below. So again, I'll give you 10 seconds to submit your answer. So timer starts now. Okay, again, time's up. So let me present to you the correct answers. So for number 6, so the question is, what feature of language requires the writer not to include personal emotions in the text? So the correct answer is letter C, objectivity. Number 7, what feature of language requires the writer to be careful on writing? So the correct letter is letter A, caution. Number 8, how do you determine your language when you write an academic paper? So the correct answer is letter B, consider your audience. Number 9, what does to persuade means in academic writing? The correct answer is letter B, to let the audience believe in the author. Number 10, which of the following deals with the way the writer organizes a text? So the correct answer is letter C. Okay, so I have here the last sets of questions. So let's move on. As I've said, so here is the last slide for the pre-activity. So again, same direction. I want you to uh, read the questions carefully and then write your answers in the comment section below. Again, you have 10 seconds to submit your answers. So timer starts now. Okay, time's up. So let us reveal the correct answers. So for number 11, so the question is, it reflects your dignified stance in writing as a member of academic community. So the correct answer is letter B, formality. Number 12, in this feature of language, written language should not be personal. So the correct answer is letter C, objectivity. So number 13, the author in this writing style explaining a concept. So the correct answer is letter A, expository. Number 14, the author in this kind of writing style is convincing the reader to believe in his or her position or belief in writing. So the correct answer is letter C, persuasive. And last number, number 15, what kind of description should be used in descriptive writing style? So the correct answer is letter A, vivid. So how many of you got the perfect score? Okay, so don't worry if you don't know the answers correctly or if you didn't have the perfect score. So because later on we will discuss those topics and for sure you will learn about it. Okay, are you ready to have the discussion for today or to start properly our discussion? Okay. So let us start our discussion proper by starting with a game called Fix Me. Okay, for the directions, so unscramble the letters to form new words. So here are the first 5 scrambled letters or scrambled words. So I want you to guess what are those words correctly. So again, I want you to write your answers in the comment section below. And this time around, I will give you 30 seconds to submit your answers. Timer starts now. Okay, time's up. So Let us reveal the answers. So, kindly check if you have guessed the correct answers. Okay, so the first one. So the correct term that we're looking for is academic writing. Number 2, subject. Number 3, note. Number 4, purpose. And number 5, language. Okay, so let us proceed. Okay, so same direction. So you're going to guess the correct word and write your answers on the comment section below. Again, you have 30 seconds to submit your answers. So time starts now. Okay, time's up. So let me reveal the correct answers. So we have number 6, audience. Number 7, point of view. Number 8, style. Number 9, knowledge. And number 10, explicit. So how many scores you've got? Okay, some says 7, 6. Okay, not bad. Okay, that's why I asked you to guess those words a while back, is because you're gonna meet them later on as we go on through the discussion. So now let us define them one by one. So let us begin with the word academic writing. So it is a kind of writing that can be used in academia or school. Next is the word subject. So it pertains to the topic of the text. Next word is the tone. So tone pertains to the attitude of the writer about the text. It can be distinguished through the words used by the author. Next is purpose. Purpose is information that an author wants to imply to the reader. Next is the word language. So language are the words used by the author in an academic writing or academic text, and academic writing requires formal language. So number 5, audience. Audience pertains to the readers in writing. So number 6 is the word point of view. So point of view refers to how the writer tells the information in the reading text. An academic text is always in the third person point of view. Number 7, style. Style refers to how the author arranges his or her writing. Number 8, knowledge. So knowledge is the amount of information that an author knows about his or her topic. So the reader is the one who can distinguish how much knowledge an author has in the topic he or she is writing. Number 9, explicit. So explicit means that the information should be precise and clear. Now that you have learned the definition of those words you will encounter later on, let us begin with our discussion proper by the word writing. So writing is one of the 4 macro skills that a student should possess. It is one of the media of communication in order for us to pass information to people. One of these writings that a student should know is academic writing. So in this module, you as a student will learn academic writing and the language that should be used in writing an academic text. Okay, so let us now proceed with the term academic text or academic writing itself. So academic text or writing is a kind of writing or text that can be used in academia or school. It has a process that starts with posing a question, conceptualizing a problem, evaluating an opinion, and ends in answering a question posed, clarifying a problem, or arguing for a stand. So meaning to say, you are writing an academic text if you want a problem or topic to clarify or argue on, or if you want to have your stand or opinion be heard on. Okay, so now let's proceed with specific purposes of academic text or writing. So obviously, in writing an academic text, you must have your specific purpose. So we have here three purposes in writing an academic text. So the first one is to inform, second is to argue, and third is to persuade. So let us first discuss to inform. So when we speak of to inform, it means you are supplementing a lot of information about the topic. So you are giving your readers enough information or enough knowledge about the topic you want to argue on or to explain on. And second one is to argue. So to argue means making your readers or audience respond on the information you are telling them. So meaning to say, you want them to have a feedback in what you are talking about or in what you are implying on. And then to persuade means having the credibility to make your readers or audience believe in you. Meaning to say, you want them to believe in your stand or you want them to believe in what you are talking about. Okay? So, meaning to say, if you are going to write an academic text, you must specifically know your purpose for writing it. So, it should be clear to you what is your goal or what do you want to achieve in writing an academic text. So, it's whether to inform, to argue, or to persuade. So, it's up to you. But make sure that before writing an academic text, you must know already your purpose. Okay? Academic writing also requires formal language or word that does not contain colloquial or jargon words. It uses layman's term or the term that is easy to understand. It avoids the use of highfalutin words or the words that have deep meaning. Academic writing is all about thinking. So to sum it up, so in writing an academic text, you must follow these three. So the first, it follows certain rules and regulations or standards. Second, language to be used in writing academic text should be formal. Third, audience should be first taken into consideration. So note, all the information included in this kind of text should be backed up by valid evidences. So what do you mean by this? So meaning to say in every information, opinion, or stand you're going to input in your text, you must input evidences or proof for it to become credible and valid so that you can easily achieve your objectives or your purpose in writing it. Okay, let us now proceed with the structure of academic text or writing. So academic text or writing follows three structures. So namely, introduction, body, and conclusion. So in introduction, you need to present the topic and your stand about it, or basically the thesis statement. In body, discuss your stand and present all the information and evidences that you have. And lastly, in the conclusion, you need to sum up the topic and your stand. And note, you need to close your text with a powerful ending. So example, you can cite a quotation or a powerful statement from someone you know, or a statement of you that you think is powerful enough and can leave impact to your audience. And next, let us discuss the four features of language. So the first feature is formality. So formality reflects your dignified stance in writing as a member of an academic community. This means that in your writing, you should avoid colloquial words and expressions. So the language used requires precision to make it a legitimate piece of writing. So formality can be achieved through the following ways. So choosing expanded modal forms over contracted forms, such as using cannot instead of can, do not instead of don't. So in a formal academic text, we always use the whole word instead of the contracted ones. Okay? So another example, choosing one verb from over two word verbs such as damage instead of mess up. And then next is choosing expanded terms over the abbreviated equivalents such as soon as possible instead of ASAP. And lastly, avoiding colloquial or idiomatic expressions such as kind of like, a matter of fact, or sort of. Next, so we have the objectivity. So objectivity means that the focus of the information is on the topic rather than the writer itself. So therefore, the language should not be personal, but rather in a general objective. So objectivity can be achieved by letter A, avoiding the use of personal pronouns such as you, I, my, and we. So here are some examples. So example of poor example is you need to follow instructions. So that is an example of poor one or poor sentence because you used the pronoun you. So you need to improve it using this following example. So the researchers need to follow instructions. So you use general term, the researchers, instead of the pronoun you. So letter B, avoiding rhetorical questions because academic writing should not assume that the readers know the answer in the statement and the author should express the information strongly and clearly. So for example, how can these problems be solved? So improved version, certain procedures must be discovered to solve problems. And letter C, avoiding emotive language that shows biases. So giving an overly favorable opinion of someone can eliminate objectivity. So for example, the police investigators were shocked to see the outcome of the test. Improved version, the police investigators did not expect the results. Next is explicitness. Explicitness in academic writing demands the use of signposts that allows reader to trace the relationships in the parts of the study. If you intend to show a change in your line of statement or argument, make it clear by using however. So example, it is apparent that the school institutions hope to provide quality education to the learners. However, having this COVID-19 pandemic requires a lot of effort to reach out to students. So in this example, so by using however, the switch in your line of argument is clearly shown. So number 4 is the caution. So caution in academic writing requires care since knowledge is built on proven theories and concepts. Caution is needed to avoid sweeping generalizations. Example, so per version, government officials are corrupt. So this statement is a bit careless in terms of formal text or formal writing. So the statement is not completely true and the rhetorical impact of the statement may be misleading. So the statement can be improved through the use of devices such as modal verbs, adverbs, or verbs. So here are the improved versions. So some government officials may be corrupt. Corruption is commonly linked to some key government officials. So this version is more formal than the other one, which is government officials are corrupt. Let us now proceed with the types of writing styles. So there are four main types of writing, namely expository, descriptive, persuasive, and narrative. Each of these writing styles is used for a specific purpose. A single text may include more than one writing style. Example, you can use both expository and descriptive in one text, or persuasive and descriptive, and so on and so forth. The second one is expository. This means that the author is trying to explain a concept or imparting information to the audience. It is not subjective, but rather focuses on facts that are supported by evidence. So here are some examples of expository writing. So the first one, textbooks. Second, articles. Third, recipes. Fourth, news stories, so not editorials or op-eds. Last, business, technical, or scientific writing. Next one is descriptive. Descriptive style means painting a picture of a person, place, or thing through words. It is often found in fiction, though it can make an appearance to nonfiction as well. Memoir, first-hand accounts, and events or travel guides are examples of descriptive writing. The author might employ metaphor or other literary devices in order to describe the author's impression using their five senses. So example, imagine that you are describing a burger. So in your description, I must see what that burger looks like, smells like, or it tastes like. Okay? Okay, next is persuasive. It is the main style of writing you will use in academic papers. So when an author writes in a persuasive style, he or she is trying to convince the audience of a position or belief. Persuasive writing contains the author's opinions and biases, as well as justifications or reasons given by the author as evidence of the correctness of their position. Any argumentative essay you write in school should be in a persuasive style of writing. The examples of persuasive writing include cover letters, op-eds and editorial newspaper articles, reviews of items, letters of complaints, advertisements, and letters of recommendation. Okay, lastly, we have narrative. Narrative writing is used in almost every longer piece of writing, whether fiction or non-fiction. When an author writes in a narrative style, he or she is not just trying to convey information, rather, tries to construct and communicate a story, complete with characters, conflict, and settings. So the examples of narrative writing include oral histories, novels or novellas, poetry, specifically epic sagas or poems, short stories, and anecdotes. Okay, now that we're done discussing about academic texts or writing, the features of languages, and styles of writing, let us now proceed on differentiating language use in academic texts from various disciplines. But first, let me ask you, what are the various disciplines? I'll give you 10 seconds to comment your ideas or answers below. Okay, timer starts now. Okay, time's up. So let me see your answers. Mhm. Okay, so let me now present to you the various disciplines that we're talking about in this topic. So listed are the different disciplines. So actually, the disciplines are your strands itself. Okay, so we have the discipline about business, humanities, natural and applied sciences, social sciences. So if you're taking an ABM strand, so your discipline is business. So if you're taking UMS, your discipline is humanities. Uh, Natural science and applied sciences is for STEM. Then social sciences are for those who have the strand of gas. Okay, and then for branch examples, so for business or ABM, so examples are accounting, economics, finance, management, and marketing. For humanities, art, history, languages, literature, music, philosophy, religion, or theater. So natural and applied sciences, biology, chemistry, computer science, engineering, geology, mathematics, physics or medicine, social sciences, anthropology, education, geography, law, political science, psychology, or sociology. Okay, question. Why do we need to know the academic discipline and the language used in it? So the answer is simple because academic discipline has its own focus. Examples. Letter A. The term virus has different meaning and focus in STEM students and ICT students. Letter B. The term note has different meaning and focus in terms of music and writing. So, if we're not aware about the discipline and language being used in a certain academic text, there's a possibility that we might misinterpret the information or the details the author implied. Therefore, the key to avoid the misinterpretation and confusion, we need to learn the conventions of each of them because learning it will make our writing more relevant. Okay, now that you have already learned about academic text or writing, the different features of language, writing styles, and language use in academic text from various disciplines, let us have activities that will test your comprehension. Okay, for the practice activity, so the direction, using the Venn diagram, differentiate academic text from non-academic text. So on the yellow part is academic text and on the blue part is non-academic text. While in the middle, kindly write down their similarities. So again, I would like you to submit your answers in the comment section below and I will give you 30 seconds to do this. Okay, timer starts now. Okay, time's up. So let me read some of the answers. Okay, academic text, formal, non-academic, non-formal. Okay, let us verify if you have correct answers. Okay, so academic text means, so language is formal and follows certain rules and standards. For the non-academic text, so it can use informal or colloquial words and their similarities, they are both can be used in school. Okay, next. Okay, so for the next practice activity, so the direction, so match the discipline in column A according to the appropriate language to be used in column B. So again, in our case, so I want you to submit your answers in the comment section below. Again, I'll give you seconds to submit your answers. So again, timer starts now. Okay, time's up. So let us verify your answers if correct or not. So let me reveal the answers. So for letter A, the term law is for court. So the medicine is for diagnose. Letter C, film industry is for producer. Letter D, economics is for rate. Letter E, music is for note. Letter F, education is for grade. Okay. Okay, for your output in this module, so kindly answer independent activity on your module pages 12 to 18. So for the direction, read the text carefully, fill in the matrix provided with the features of academic writing. So you will be graded based on the rubric below, so kindly take down notes of this rubric and use this as your guide in doing your activity. Still on your module, pages 18 to 19. So the direction, so from the given scenarios on pages 18 to 19, choose one and write a sample of academic text that best suit to the scene. So again, you will be graded using the rubric provided below. Okay, for the application part, still on your module, page 20. So for the direction, write a 5-sentence paragraph explaining the guidelines in academic writing and how it can help you all throughout your daily living, especially in your studies. You will be graded again based on the criteria given below. For the generalization part, still in your module, page 20, so the direction, give a 5-sentence paragraph about what you have learned from the discussion. So again, you will be graded based on the criteria given below. Okay, if you have questions or clarifications, you can contact me through our group chat or group page, or you can directly message me through my messenger. Okay, so that's all for today. See you in my next class. Goodbye and thank you.